All right, so Adam, I know we had a great time. We had great lunch. Let's just wrap up this video so everybody can get knowledge. You get to go back to work. I get to go back a little bit of more day. But tell me, what was the worst mistake? What's the most expensive thing you saw in the renovation because they didn't get your expertise on it? Have you ever seen one?
Yeah, I mean, I have. Let me approach it from this direction. You rarely see expensive mistakes that get rectified, right? What you see is someone who does a huge addition and then they're not happy with it. That's about the most expensive mistake you can make.
Right.
And yeah, you see that. I don't see it with my clients, but you see it from friends and family, and you hear stories, and people just
not happy with the things.
Not happy with it, and they spent a ton of money, and I've seen people move because they weren't happy with their addition.
Okay.
So yeah, that's really the biggest mistake that you can make. So.
Wow. Yeah. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So that means the best way to avoid that problem is kind of go through the process of figuring out the design together. That's kind of the only way.
Design is going to happen on the project. The question is it going to happen in the beginning
before, or is it going to
happen at the end?
Yeah.
That's really the question. So it's much cheaper and much better results if you do it up front.
And then you're going to love what you have instead of not loving what you have.
Right.
Basically, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Another question is that, Adam, how do people know what's a structural wall? Like, how they can tell? They need to call you? Can they just tell by themselves? How can we bring information they can figure out themselves without having you to call you to? I mean, the idea is to call you, right? Yeah,
I get calls on that all the time.
Okay. How do you answer those questions? Like, what they have to see on their home so they can tell, okay, this is a structural.
Right. First of all, I would say if you're not a design professional, don't make the determination yourself.
Okay.
But when I go out into the site, the first thing I look for is the direction of the joists. Okay. Right? If the joists are running parallel to the wall, there's a chance it's not structural. It still could be, but the chance that it's not goes way up.
Okay.
If the wall is running perpendicular to the joist, there's a really good chance that it's either a bearing wall or even a relieving wall, which is a wall that isn't actually a bearing wall, but it is relieving some of the stress on the joist. So there's a lot of kind of gray area.
Okay, so when you say particular, I am the type of guy in the school, the teacher has to show me with the stakes to show them.
Right.
So when you said if the beams are coming this way and the wall is like this, is that a structural?
That's perpendicular, and there's a much better chance that it's a structural wall. Okay. Yeah, because the beam, the joist or the beam is sitting on top of the wall.
On top of the wall.
Right.
Okay.
If they're parallel, then it can't transfer the load. So
okay, that's how you know if it's structural.
It's one of the things I look for.
Okay. Now, how do you see that without opening the house?
You can go into the basement. A lot of unfinished basements. You can start to determine.
How about the basement is close?
That makes it much trickier. You can look for nail patterns in drywall. If it's older, you can look for nails in the floor to see if you can pick up on the joist. Like the nails will actually show you the direction of the joist as it nailed in.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of little tricks you can use.
Okay.
But if it really comes down to it and you really need to know, then you gotta put a hole in the ceiling. Yep, you gotta put a hole in the ceiling.
Which nobody wants to do. I'm pretty sure
Nobody.
They don't want to do that.
I do have a little camera, so you can put a little hole in the ceiling and stick a camera up in there and look around.
Okay.
That's an option. You don't have to actually make a 1 foot by 1 foot hole.
Okay. Now I gotta ask. They probably want to ask because I'm gonna post this video today. I'm gonna ask if they want you there. They want you to give that answer without giving the assessment to do the renovation. Do you offer those services, or that's just too small for you to take the time?
No, I'll come out and make that assessment. Usually when I come out to assess a bearing wall, it's a wall that somebody wants to get rid of. So almost immediately they're like, well, now you need a beam to replace the wall. So kind of, small fee, I'll tell you if it's a bearing wall or not. For a little bit more, I'll design a beam that goes in there.
Okay. Now, what's a little bit more and what's a little bit?
Like, I'll come out for $150, which is my hourly fee. I'll come out and tell you, kind of look around and tell you what are bearing walls and what are not bearing walls.
Okay.
Once you've established kind of the structural pattern, I can tell you all the walls, pretty much. So that's always good information. For probably about $400, I'll design the beam. $500, I'll design the beam and do a drawing. You can take downtown.
Wow, that's
And get it as part of your permit.
wow, that's a very lot of value for very investment.
Yeah.
Wow. Alright, so for only 500, I guess you're gonna say you charge $50 per travel. So probably $700, you can give them a full drawings, they can take them to town, and then they can even do themselves if they want to, right?
Yeah, usually when I do that, I put on the drawing that this is a part of a larger permit. So if you're pulling permits with the city, that would be like a supplemental drawing that you can give to the town to show them that a design professional signs the beam.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then you can do the rest of the drawings or however you want to do it yourself.
Okay, wow. So I love that. I love that. Now, well, just going back to the question is, if they're farming, they have no knowledge of the construction, they have no idea, they can ask nobody, they only have Google. What's the questions they should be asking before they start any process? Where they should get information, where they should find information. They should do Google, they should refer us. What's the best way they can get somebody to start the process?
Google is a really good way to start, to just kind of, there's a lot of misinformation out there, but I think if you Google enough, you kind of get the idea of what's going on. You can call AIA, which is the American Institute of Architects,
Okay.
and you can get a lot of information from them. You should probably call your township building department and have a little discussion with them. They'll give you a lot of information. Even the government, your town's website will have a lot of information about home improvement. A lot of times they'll give you checklists and stuff like that. So, yeah, there can be a lot there.
Okay.
This is just to get the ball rolling.
Just give
Get
the
the ball rolling.
information. Just give the information. Wow. All right, Adam. Thank you so much for the time. We had a great time, and I think we talked a lot of things about how we can make that process easier. Now, you told me a little bit about your business. So your firm is Design. What was your name?
Indigo Design Architecture.
Architecture.
Yep, and I'm in Millburn.
In Melbourne, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You guys, if you need items for any questions, you have a website, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep. Indigo Design Architecture LLC.
Oh, that's LLC?
Yeah. If
Okay.
you Google that, it'll come up.
Okay. Now, if they want to reach out to you, I don't want to give you a private phone number, but there's any phone number they can reach out to you and just ask questions or
Yeah. Yep. It is 201
Okay.
344 3318.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can just call you right there.
Yeah. I take phone calls all the time.
Phone calls all the time. All right. Thank you so much, Adam. By the way, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
My pleasure, Freddie. Always good to see you.
See you soon.
Yeah.
All right, you guys take care. Hopefully that will be helpful. I make him to spend almost 3 hours trying to shoot that information. So we're gonna share all the information to you guys.
Time well spent.
Time well spent. Thank you. That was a